phoenix, born from the ashes. I take care of my own. Torn down where assassin. You can't.
What's happening, YouTube fan family? It is a beautiful Saturday here in the mountains. This morning I went on an elk hunt. So one of the main sources of protein in my diet is elk meat. I eat a ton of elk meat. We probably eat it, well, be creative with it when you've got it. I mean, you can do steaks, obviously. I make a ton of jerky. I'll show you, I just barely made jerky, so I'll walk through that process with you and show you a little bit about that. But we get creative, we make roasts, we shred it, we do crock pots, grind it up, do a lot of burgers. So once it's in burger form, you can make burgers, tacos, put it in soups. It's just super handy to have that source of lean protein. And I don't know the numbers exactly, but it is one of the most lean proteins there is as far as fat and protein ratio per ounce. By far one of the best. Got my buddy Luke here with me. He's wondering who the heck I'm talking to. Luke, say what's up, dude. Hi. Hi. What's going on? He's trying to figure out that Nerf gun and can't quite figure it out. Anyhow, so this morning we went up on the hill, I zoom in. Whoa, too close, man. So we went up on family property here in Camas Valley, and there was a big herd coming up through the fields, and I have a cow tag, so that means, for those of you that don't know, a bull is a male, and they have the ones with the big antlers, and a cow is a female. There's a ton of cows. Cows typically have better meat. Younger cows, especially cow elk, not a cow that you would see with udders. Anyhow, so there's a big herd of them coming up through the fields, and my dad was lower on the lower road on the Razor, and then me and my brother were up high on the snowmobile. And they started seeing my dad, so they changed directions, and then my dad kept going, so they changed directions again, which worked out perfect. They came up the canyon, and I had my brother's Lapua, which is capable of shooting, I think the furthest distance is around 2,000 yards. It's an incredible gun. Just an amazing rifle. But anyway, so we had the range if we needed it, but these elk came right towards us. You can hear Wifey and Brock in the background. They're playing Donkey Kong, and it's kicking their butt. Anyhow, so the whole herd came right up. I had like a 45, 50 yard shot. I shot one of the younger cows that I saw, have more tender meat, and made a good shot right behind the front shoulder. Walked about, well, kind of jogged about 30 yards and tipped over, and we got her skinned and gutted and hanging up in the old milk barn now. So we will have meat this next year. I was honestly a little worried because the season's over. I've had like almost 3 months to shoot it, and we've just been timing it wrong, hitting different people up there, missing the herd, different things like that. One time it was actually so cold up there, it was negative 24, and our gun froze, so the bullets like stuck to my hand when I pulled them out. And then we went to put them in the chamber, and the chamber iced up, so it was so cold. And this morning it was really nice. It was like 20 degrees, so it was a balmy 20. So anyhow, got lots of meat, and I'll go show you some of the jerky. Here we go. So there's the Wifey and Brock playing Donkey Kong. Ha. Ha. And there's our laundry piles that we're folding right now. Anyhow, so this is the jerky that I just made right here. Good stuff. Just ground up the meat, throw in the seasoning. So you do it that way. Use something like this. This is a jerky shooter. Just a gun that you put it in that tube right there. Put it in the tube. That little thing pushes it out, and it squeezes it out into like a cylinder, like obviously like that. Looks like a giant long doctored at first, but it's seasoned up, salted up, and then you can either dehydrate it or throw it in the oven. We did the oven because cooks a little quicker and keeps a little more moisture in. So, but yeah, anyhow, there's the jerky. If you want recipes or something, that one was just High Mountain Properties. You just put in the cure, put in the seasoning, let it sit for 24 hours, and then you shoot it out into the rounds, and then let it sit in the oven for a little while. So pretty sweet and simple. Later this afternoon, we're gonna go do back. We're gonna do a pull day, so we'll do our deadlifts, and I'm not sure exactly what else. I love rows. The cuz likes lat pull downs, anything pull down, so we'll probably incorporate some of a little bit of both. I'm not sure if we're gonna catch my buddy Josh Ma up there today or not. He had to work, so he might have to go a little later, but we'll see. So until then, peace and love. Probably didn't see because the lighting's so bad, but I'm gonna try a mix between, well, a little more narrow sumo dead, so bring it in just a little bit, probably like 3 inches each foot, and similar to the style of Silent Mike, he's not super wide when he sumos. I'll give that a try today. Also trying to reset in between each one so that I can keep butt low, lead to the shoulders on every lift. So trying to go up to 5 sets of 5 and then go from there. And just keep all 5 reps. Same consistency, don't let my butt shoot up first. I'm gonna keep my back nice and straight. Honestly, it's called a sumo deadlift, but just envision when a sumo gets ready to wrestle. That's just how he sits. He sits down kind of on his haunches and keeps his back ready, just kind of like ready to take it on. That's what you do, just sit down like a sumo man and pull it. workouts. His first ones are always a little off.
I rise just like a phoenix, born from the ashes. I take care of my own. Torn down where I stand. You can't suffocate my spirit, 'cause I'm the king of my own throne, my own throne. King of my own throne, my own throne. You'll never see me fall, fall. You'll never see me fall. Watch me reign, and I'll slay them all. Slay them all, slay them all, slay them all. You'll never
Alrighty, so here we're finishing up our deadlifts. We did decide to do another one because his back or shoulder was hurting him a little bit. So he was getting work calls, so he didn't finish off those deads. But I decided to throw in an extra few sets on my, instead of doing 5x5, did a couple extra. Here the wife, he's pulling a PR, so she's up to 155 and pulling really smooth. She's still getting a little bit of a balance issues and getting her shoulders to go up, as you can see on that grinder, making sure her shoulders go up before her butt. Just the mechanics, she's working on it and getting them down. So after this, and we move into this, these are called pendlay rows. What I try to focus on here is fill your belly up with air and then press it right there against your thighs. Just try to get nice compact movement, so you're not putting a ton of torque on your lower back. You see my Versa just stripped off there, so but I try not to use any body English if at all possible. Just try to get these nice and smooth. You see when the cuz does it, he does use a little more body English, but he's also more intense with the work. So just do what works for you, where you feel it the most. I definitely feel it when feel it in my lats, feel it a little bit in my root delts and the Christmas tree portion. So I like this movement. Again, these are the pendlay rows, and here we're doing sets of 8 and 4 sets of that. 4 sets of 8 reps.
watch me reign, and I'll slay them all. Slay them all, slay them all, slay them all. You'll never steal the reign, and I'll slay them all. Slay them all, slay them all.
Alrighty, so finished up pendlay rows. Moving on to these are a different variation. I've seen these a few different places. Anthony Perez does them, A-Train, and I think Matt St. George does these, Matthew St. George. Anyhow, Lucas or Wyatt found these again somewhere, and so we're doing this rope lat pull down, and we just brought over an incline bench, lay face forward on it, and try to pull down. Pull with your elbows, not with your arms, and get that good contraction. So you can see as I pull down, I try to contract my back as much as I can. This one we are supersetting, so we supersetted this one with the single arm T-bar rows, which you'll see the footage of that one here in a bit. And with contraction of both of these, this one focuses more on lats. The T-bar again is, I love rows. I love anything that rows. So this is more of a lat pull down. The rows is more of a width, a thickness. This is more of a width. So my personal preference, I'm a big advocate of rows and how they can help you get a stronger back, which is definitely my goal. So that's why I like this variation. It's kind of a different form of a lat pull down. I just give this one a try. Let me know what you think.
Alrighty, so here we are finishing off the workout with these last two movements. So this one is a seated cable narrow grip row, and what I like to do here is do a different variation. I do 10 short movements where my hips stay in a stable position and I only move pulling with my elbows. So only joints that are moving, my elbows and my shoulders a little bit, just to get a contraction you'll see here. So I do these short little ones, and then I start moving with the movement in my hip and get a longer pull with my lats and a tighter squeeze on the way back in the contraction. So two different types of row movements here. I feel the latter more if I do the first movement beforehand. Just give that a try, another variation. I felt it a lot, especially after doing some of the movements that we've done thus far. And then we finished off with some push-up burpees. Things like this are what I would suggest you do to get the heat turned up a little bit. Definitely going to help your metabolism throughout the day if you do something like this that gets your body moving. Instead of sitting on a bike or sitting on an elliptical, those things are useless and a waste of time. So do something that'll get your heart rate up, that'll get you moving. It's a high intensity interval, and break up the monotony of the workout and have some fun with it. So there you have it. Again, I'd like to thank Olympus Edge. If you ever go to olympusedge.com, check out their pre-workout, protein, BCAAs are coming soon. At checkout, use Marchant and it'll get you a discount, MARCHANT. Also, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, just my name, same as my channel, Neil Marchant. So appreciate it, much love.